Hey YouTube, what's up? Mike's Nice here. Came back from my regionals yesterday. I played Rescue Rabbit. I finished 7-2, which was pretty. It was okay because I got my invite, but I was pretty salty because I don't know. I wanted to go for another top 8. I was really close to it, but I'll just tell you my matchups and stuff later. But I don't know. I feel it's a really good build. Could have changed a thing or two to make it better, but I tested a lot, and is what it came to. The side deck I think was perfect. The main deck might have been able to get one or two changes, maybe the extra deck one change. I'll tell you some changes I might make, um, and I'll show you the side deck and stuff, and I'll tell you the matchups after. So 3 rabbits, obviously. See, what happened for me is either I don't open up any, or I open up like 2 and then draw a third, which is really good because obviously I'll win that game, but it was just annoying because I'd have 3 rabbits with one of them always being dead, and then like a tour guide, and I can't let the air and sweep the rabbit. Because like the optimal thing is to open like 1 rabbit and a tour guide, or maybe 2 rabbits and a tour guide, just like if they're warning one tour guide or Phoenix chain it, or warning one of your rabbits or something. So yeah. 3 Sabersaurus. This card's actually not bad to draw. Like, it's horrible in drawing multiples, but in drawing one, I actually really like that because you just 1900 is actually really hard to get over for a lot of decks. Besides, like Inzectors, you can just pop it. But if you have like the outs Inzectors and you just keep poking in for 19, it gets to be a real big threat. And crashing with like Thunder Kings and stuff is really good. Um, so yeah, and also versus Rabbit Mirror match, if like you can just stop the Rescue Rabbit play, either they're gonna have to crash Sabersaurus or like they have no, or something like that. If you have backfield plus Sabersaurus, you're actually in really good position. Obviously, I'd rather have like a Rescue Rabbit and backfield's going to like a Lagia plus backfield, which is really good. But I'm just saying, it's not that bad. Kabazul the card's shit though. Compared to Sabersaurus, like this card's so fucking bad to be honest. I wish I could just play like 6 Sabersaurus. That would just be so good. 3 Gaiba. Gaiba, I have to run this over Thunder King build, because I don't really like Thunder King's format. Um, Obviously, he's really good against windups, but I feel like is a really strong windup matchup, and I teched against windups a lot, anyways. Um, it's decent versus Rabbit, but a lot of time I find there's no outs to it with like Lance plus Gaiba, or crashing a Sabersaurus, or just one for one with a tour guide or something. But I don't know, I didn't feel it was good, and I'd rather use my normal summon for Gaiba, or a tour guide or a rescue rabbit. So that's a Gaiba over Thunder King. 3 tour guides, obviously, because the Levier plays is really good. And versus my opponents, when they go turn 1 Rabbit into Lagia, and then I just be all like force negation with like a Dark Hole or something. And then summon my own tour guide and get their rabbit, make a Levier. By making Levier, get their own rabbit, and then just going off when I didn't even have a rabbit in my hand. I did that a few times, it was really good. On Sangan, to get a tour guide, a lot of the time I just go tour guide Sangan and then search for rabbit, which I'm really comfortable doing because I don't feel many people have made Thunder King anymore. And with 2 Tarantulas, if you just buff Tarantula or actually have the Tarantula, which is really good. After on Granmole, because I felt this card is really strong against Mirror Match and versus windups. It's decent versus Insectors. It's mostly in for game 2 because it's good game 1, unlike a lot of side deck cards, but it's also really good game 2 for Snowman Eaters and Spirit Reapers. When people side them in, you could just keep hitting into Snowman Eaters like a Lagi on the field, and just keep poking at 24, and hit like Spirit Reapers and stuff, and it was just really good. 3 Maxi, obviously for the mirror match and windups and some rogue decks. I really like 3. I don't like 2 because it's still decent versus Insectors to get like a 1-for-1. I opted to play 2 effect veilers with the 3 maxi, unlike a lot of people. Well, actually, it was pretty popular in Atlanta, but other than that, I think it lost popularity because a lot of people didn't like it. But it's a regional, it's not a YCS, so I expected to play more Inzectors than I did Rabbit because of the price difference, but I was wrong. But it's not bad against the Rabbit matchup because Veiling the Tour Guide's really good. Um, so yeah, I didn't regret playing 2 Veilers. I actually really liked it. 3 space. This is pretty much becoming a staple now because of Fiendish Chain and people playing more backfields. And just bluffing with a space and then like they space it and just chaining it. Storm, obvious. Pro set Storm is really good. Like with Lagia, first turn Lagia set Storm is just really, really good. Sorry if you can't hear me, my computer has like a horrible mic. Yeah. 2 lands, I opted not to play 3 because this card's not very good against Zectors and or windups. It's decent versus windups, but not that great. And it's really good against the Rabbit obviously, but I just didn't like it that much to play 3. And I felt this deck already had enough outs to Reaper. So yeah, that's why I only played 2 lands. Book, the other quick play because it's good with Lance. I'm not good with Lance, but I mean, it's sort of works like Lance in some situations. It's good with Bible and stuff, stopping their plays. Or when they like rescue grab and you book one of them. Like a lot of time I'd Max C and also negating Lagia, Max C and then like the rabbit plays or something. And then book one of them and it was just really, really good. Or they are actually most of the time when I Max C one, I'd let them go into the Lagia and just force an engagement Pokemon. Because that way it nets me another card with a Maxi draw. I did it like twice throughout the day, and it was pretty good. Dark Hole, Stark-Hole, Reborn, and Avarice. It's Avarice. I have to play 3 Fiendish Chains over 2 because, like I said, I didn't want to lose to Inzectors. And I like this versus Rabbit Mirror match a lot. For negating their Lagias and stuff. And I just really liked it. And also time, I was really scared of Dalka more than Lagia because deck has a lot of assets to Lagia, but not so many assets to Dalka, and this card just rapes Dalka. And this was really good. I don't regret playing 3. I really like it. Also, why I'm not playing Gores is, like I said, I expect a lot of Inzectors, and it's horrible against Zectors, and it's also horrible against Windups. It's decent versus Rabbit, like if they're bad and they just play into Gores. Because Gores is really obvious to read. I got Gores like 4 times throughout the day, but I read it every time. I pitched Maxi and attacked into Gores 3 times out of the 4. And the other one was because I wanted to push in for damage and then set a Lance with a Lagia and I swing my Lance, the Gores. So yeah, that's that. I'm not sure if I'd put Gores in hindsight, but I might test it more. I don't like it though, this format. Like I said, a good rabbit player's not gonna play into it. Let's make a Dalka or something, keep swinging. That's happened to me also. I read, so like 3 times it was Maxi, and then I negated Gores twice with Dalka, which was really good. And then like 1 time, so it was 6 times I think. And the 6th time I had a Lance, so I just wanted to get in damage because it was getting sort of late into the round. So yeah. 2 warnings, obvious, solemn. 2 TTs for the tour guide hanging. And I played 41 and the 41st card was Starlight Road. Mainly I played 41 because it's a lot easier to side deck. And this card, I Starlighted twice. I drew it like 3 or 4 times. I lost once when I didn't use it, and I won once when I didn't use it, and the 2 times I got it off, I won. But yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. Side deck, like I said, the side deck was perfect. I really like the side deck. I'm probably not gonna change it. I mean, it depends on the main deck. It changes a lot because the main deck really corresponds with your side deck a lot. I had 2 Snowman Eaters. I was playing 3, but I had a last minute change to play Spear Reaper over the 3rd one because this works a lot against rogue matchups while Snowman doesn't. And if a lot of rogue matchups that Snowman works against, Reaper does also. And I also like the versatility and rabbit matchup with both of them because sometimes I don't like drawing multiples of these, and I do like drawing a Snowman plus a Reaper. That happened to me once. I was playing against a Curry deck. I'm not sure which round, but he had a Cyber Dragon, a Rivalry, and 3 back rows. He was at 2,000. I have a face-up Reaper, and I've been stalling that for like a lot of turns, and a set Snowman Eater. I top space, Because like we've been stalling for a really long time because he just has rivalry and Spirit Reaper. I thought Space, flip Snowman, Space the rivalry, flip Snowman, pop Cyber, overlay into Levier, he Blackhorns, and then I summon Rabbit and swing for game because he was at 2000. So I really wasn't scared of a warning or anything. And he already used Judgment. 2 Thunder Kings, I only think I sided in once throughout the day because I hate this card against the Rabbit matchup because especially game 2. Game 2 is just trash because they side in Deep Prisons, Mirror Force, Smashing Grounds, or Snowman Eaters, and all those just shit on Thunder King or Cyber Dragons. Like, all those just shit on Thunder King. This is mainly just for windups, which I end up playing no. Sadly, this deck is a really good windup matchup. I've never lost a game with windups. This deck just shits on windups. But yeah, good card, I guess. I don't know. It's not that great. Like I said, I only sided once, and it was against like GBs or something. Just because 19. Yeah. And then one Cyber. I'll have to play one because of how this deck side decks, and I'll make another video on side decking with this deck and this build in particular with the side deck. If this gets like 15 likes or something, or 10 likes, 10 likes, and I'll make a side decking video with this, explaining in depth and the matchups and why I side it, and why I side out stuff. Cyber Dragon, 2 Shield Crush for side deck Summon Eaters, Spirit Reapers. This is better than Nobleman because if you top deck it against like a Spirit Reaper that's already face up, it's not gonna do shit. But Shield Crush does. And if you're good, you could play around Shield Crushing a Sangan. It's just not gonna happen. One Smashing. Like I said, the way the side deck, I couldn't side anymore. But I like this. Right, it was 2 Cyber Dragons, but again, last minute change for a second Smashing because of the versatility against the Rabbit matchup, which I didn't side Cyber, but I did side this in, and it's equally as good against the Insector Mirror, because if they're good, they're not going to be making Zenmains game 2 and Pure Cyber Dragon, and if I can't get off an Insector on the field, I can just Smashing it, because if they already have an existing Insector, it's a real big threat, which is why Smashing is good. MVP side deck card was 3 Macrocosmos. This card is 10 times better than Shadowmere because of the versatility matchups that Shadowmere is not as good in. And also, when they go Insector equip Hornet and you flip Macro, first of all, they can't detach the Hornet. And second of all, it's already out of their hands, so you know they have it, so if they're bluffing and you Shadowmere. And if you kill the Insector with the Hornet attached to it, the Hornets can get removed. So later in the game, if they do kill the Macrocosmos, they're not going to have a Hornet. So that's why it's a lot better. And also because I side out Maxis against Insectors, they're going to have dead Maxis in their hand when I have a Macrocosmos on the field. Mirror Force for the Rabbit matchup, because like I said, I'm scared of Dalka. And if I have, like I said, Snowman Eater, and they make Lagia, I'm set because I have Snowman Eater, pop their Lagia. And if they have Dalka, I have a Mirror Force, so that's what that was. And one Prison, same thing. And then last but not least, a Dust Tornado. Dust was for the Insector matchup when they side in rivalries. Also for Dark Worlds, because Dark Worlds is really popular in my area. And it's somewhat of a problem matchup because 3000 is huge. So this card is just really good against Dark Worlds too. Extra deck, 2 Lagia. In hindsight, I might play a third because I could have made a third. I still won the game anyways, but I could have made a third. Well, I'm not sure. I might stick to 2 because extra deck is really tight. Like I could have made a third, but I won anyways, and Dalko is still good. 2 Dalkos, same thing. Could have made a third once, but I made a Lagia since I already made 2, and I won anyways, so it didn't really matter. A play you guys might not know about is making a Dalka in defense, and then setting Forbidden Lance, because this is mostly only against windups and Insectors. I did this twice, because nothing in the Insector matchup has more than 1700 attack. They have Centipede, they have Dragonfly, and they have Tour Guide. The thing is though that if they have Tour Guide, I can negate it. If they have any things, I can negate it. If they have a Dark Hole or a Fiendish Chain, I can lance it. And this way, if it was in attack position and I lanced it, then it would go down to 1500, so they could run over with a Centipede. And same thing, they could crash into it with a wind-up shark or something. So if you have like a lance and a Dulcan, you're playing Insectors or wind-ups, just put the Dulcan on defense and sit on it with a lance, and it wins games. Like I played against Insector guy round 7, I think, and he spaces my backfield when I have this. I chain lance on Dulca, and then he gets real pissed because he has a Dark Hole in hand, and I just poke 23 next turn. But he has the Dark Hole next turn. But the turn after, I just make another Dulca. So yeah. So 2 Dulcas, 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Ray. Utopia Ray was for when like I made a Utopia and then a 2 and then negate 2 attacks, and I just overlay this so it doesn't die next attack. But mostly used for in the clutch things when I'm under 1,000, and I can just go Rabbit into Utopia, overlay this. And it's not once per turn, so I just detach 3 times, make their monster go down to 0, him go up to 4,000, poke 4k. I never did it throughout the tournament, I never summoned him, but in testing, I actually won that way 3 times, and it was really good. 1 Wind-up Zen Maester. This was for Gozen match, because if they Gozen match my Rabbit, I can get out 2 Sabersaurus, which are both Earth, and then overlay for a Wind-up Zen Maester. So my Rabbit doesn't turn into like an egg one. So that's that for. Also for the side deck Snowman Eaters, because that's a really clutch play, going as Zen Maester with Snowman. 1 Levier. I often have to play 2 because in testing I never made 2. I never wanted to, so I cut the second Levier for Zen Maester, and I never had to make 2 or wanted to. Leviathan, obvious. Zen Main's obvious. Brilliant's in here because a 2700 Lagia is like impossible to get rid of. It's just so good. Stardust for the Starlight Road. Army Arm. Army Arm was for when I sided in Snowman Eater, and it was like just sitting there doing nothing, and I had like an Effect Veiler in hand or a Reborn, and I could sink into Army Arm. And also for like clutch plays where something like that happens, and I have like a Lagia or something, and make 3400 Lagia, and just like hit over something per game with like the burn damage and stuff. Caster because Veiler plus a Sabersaurus or something, or Reborn, because the only tuner really being seen now is Effect Veiler, so. I didn't play Mistworm because the card's not very great. I had a chance where I could have made it, but again, I won that game anyways. I don't regret not playing it. Then one Chimera Tech for the one Cyber Dragon side deck, and if they summon Cyber Dragon or something, I can just like summon his mains, I don't know. Something like that. So that's the deck. I'll summon my matchups. Round 1 I played against Shane Scurry, and I won that round. Round 2 I played round 2, Courtney Waller just like um, comes up to the table and says, "I'm playing you," and I'm like, "Okay, I just played Shane Scurry. Now I'll play you." Um, to be honest, I wasn't actually scared because I don't think he's that great. Um, no offense. I mean, his deck wasn't great. He's decent, I guess, but his deck wasn't that great. Um, and then the other guy sits down. He's playing Rabbit. He was a really cool guy. He ended up actually 2-0ing me, which was really sad. Because, like I said, I wasn't really prepared for the mirror match much. And he just opened Godly, and game 2 I opened complete shit, like 4 normal monsters and Rabbit, so I couldn't really do anything there. And then Courtney Waller's playing some like shitty Karakuri Salvo deck or something, and I could have easily 2-0'd him, to be honest. I wish I played him over the Rabbit guy. I ended up staying next to Courtney Waller 3 times throughout the day. So round 2, I play against some Glad guy who rages when I beat him. Pretty much. If you guys don't know this, Safe Zone says the monster equipped with this can't attack your opponent directly. Opponent meaning you, the other person that's not the controller of the card. So I attack with Sabersaurus, and he safe zones it. So I tell him that the attack still goes through, and then the judge comes and confirms. And now like an indestructible Sabersaurus, he has to storm his own backfield just to kill Sabersaurus, because I keep poking him with it. So that was that. And then round 3 he was against Curries, I think. And that's the play where I did that. I 2-0'd him pretty easily. Round 5, I think it was. I think I'm at 5. Round 5, I played against Lightsworn. Game 1, I read he has an Honest, so I just make Dalka and ride Dalka to victory. I set a lot. He storms, I Starlight. He drops Sork. I have a warning down, but I'm fine because I have a Dalka and a Stardust, so I'm fine if he crashes with Dalka, because I don't want him to like drop a JD or something. Even though I don't think a JD was live, but I'd then keep a warning than Dalka at this point of the game. So he ends up mind controlling Dalka and removes Stardust, and then he doesn't. What he could have done was has Sork, my Stardust Dalka, and then mind control Dalka, remove Stardust, and activate Dalka's effect to negate Sork, and then activate Dalka's effect again to negate Dalka. So that way Dalka dies, and then Sork's effect goes through, and he clears my field. But he didn't actually know that, I guess, so I got my Dalka back at the end phase. I set Sangan, he into Sangan instead of Dalka. I searched Tour Guide, just win the game. Then game 2, I sided Macrocosmos, and the game was pretty much over. Round 6, I played against Inzectors. No, it was round 6. I played against another Rabbit. I 2-1'd him. Round 7, I played against Inzectors. I 2-0'd him. Inzectors is a really easy matchup for me, especially because I sided so much for it. Like I said, I over-prepared for Inzectors, probably. Round 8, I played against another Rabbit. This was my second loss. I got really pissed, to be honest, because he wasn't good. Throughout the match, he hit into my Snowman Eater when I made it so obvious 3 times. And he kept in Guaiba games 2 and 3, and he kept in Starlight Road games 2 and 3. It was just so awful to lose against him. He just sacked, I had a +5 against him game 3, and I have a clear field because he had the second torrential in his 2 backfields, and he has nothing tops Rescue Rabbit for game. That's pretty bad. I set this, he summons Guaiba, swings into it. He has a Thunder King. I set Snowman. What am I gonna set? He has a Thunder King on the field. Am I gonna set a Sangan? No. He goes summon Sabersaurus attack. I pop the Thunder King. And then he goes summon. I set turn 1. He summons Cabazools and swings into it. I'm just okay, we want to get to Streak Pluses. And I don't know. Round 9, I played against other Inzectors. He was playing the build with Zecta Caliber, the one that topped 8 Germany, with some random stuff. I know he wasn't that great, to be honest. Game 1, he activates pretty much. I have a Venus Chain, a backfield, and he has 1 back row. The Venus Chain is equipped to his Dragonfly, which has a Gigamantis equipped to it. I have a lot of shit in my hand, Effect Veiler, 2 Maxis, and a lot of bad stuff. But I have a lot of pluses on him. He ends up going Armor Blast, and I read it and I tell him he can't because I have to have 2 face-up cards, and I only had 1. So I top Starlight Road, set Starlight, summon Sabersaurus. Next turn he Armor Blasts, and I Starlight. And then he goes, what do you do? He went Allure of Darkness, and then pitches his hand, which I was okay. He pitched 3 cards, which was why did you set the other card? Because they're all spells. And then after I mean, why would you even blind lure? That's just bad. And then he activates a set, which was Dark Hole, and I chain Lance on the Stardust, because you guys know Stardust doesn't come back from Starlight Road and negate something because it wasn't properly summoned. Um, so I Lance Stardust, and he has nothing now, and I have a Stardust and like 5 cards in hand. Then game 2, I have a macro plus a Lagia plus a Leviair plus like 2 back rows and a lot of cards in hand. I swing into a set Raikou with Legia. He opts to pop the macro. I set another macro and just win that game. So yeah, those were my matchups. Again, if you guys want to see how I side decked and what I side decked versus every matchup, and you want me to go to my side deck in depth, like the video, gets a lot of likes, so I'll just make a video. And thanks for watching. Subscribe and peace.